Hi, Camel here. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 most expensive Harry Potter LEGO sets. But first, this is about current LEGO sets currently available on the LEGO site. So if you see like a LEGO set available at Lidl or something, this maybe won't be included here. Retailing at €140 or $140 is the Triwizard Tournament The Arrival set. This scene shows the arrival of the other two schools for the Triwizard Tournament and includes the large Durmstrang ship and the beautiful Beauxbatons carriage. What's special about this set is the beautiful construction of the ship. It's unlike other LEGO ships that often have more faithful recreations of real-life ships. This one has gone all cartoony like it is in the movie, and the Beauxbatons carriage also has been done beautifully. The only thing missing at this set is that there is limited interior. But what will you for a set so affordable? What I personally also like about the set is Madame Maxime's model. Just look at how she compares to other minifigures. Pata! For €150, the Malfoy Manor set gives you the option to say this with the LEGO minifigure. This set was released this year, January 1, 2025, and has around 1600 pieces. It seems like a pretty beautiful facade from the front, but don't be fooled. I will not show you the backside too much. What the set does include is a lot of minifigures. I especially love the inclusion of Dobby here, because of the storyline in the movies. But builders pretty unanimously consider this a set with not a ton of unique building techniques, not a ton of good play features, and the disappointing backside. If you've got €20 more to spare, maybe a better investment would be the Hogwarts Castle and Grounds set from 2023. It has 2,660 pieces, which is around 6 cents per piece. Although the set in comparison with the big Hogwarts Castle, foreshadowing, is pretty small, it captures immense detail. One of these details is the inclusion of the Chamber of Secrets rooms and even the rooms from the first movie, the chess room and stuff, which I find amazing. It almost seems like a LEGO architecture set, but for the Harry Potter line. Even the one and only minifigure in the set is praised. The golden minifigure is a statue of Dumbledore and captures it in immense detail like described in the books. Completed, it also looks great in a shelf. I personally also like how they did the sea in this set. The sea is dark blue and you almost have the effect of looking through it. See if you can spot the Durmstrang ship from earlier this list here again. Next up for €200 is what you can call a part of a bigger set. It's Hogwarts Castle the Great Hall. Why do I call it part of a bigger set? It's because you almost have to combine it with other sets who are already released, like Hogwarts Castle Potion Class, and probably future sets to create the first minifigure scale Hogwarts Castle that LEGO has worked on. Now they are not releasing it like maybe other entries on this list in one piece, but they are releasing it set by set and we don't know what the future has to bring. Outside of pretty monotone construction, you get a pretty cool recreation of the Great Hall for fans of the movies, along with a great cast of minifigures. Particularly the Troll has not been seen in sets since 2002 and has now luckily been revamped. What is fun though is that the bathroom that the Troll can dust is included, so you can recreate the iconic scene yourself. The set does contain its usual LEGO antics like connections with the dungeons and pass through the foundations, but overall it's just a decent set as a part of the bigger picture. Now we are taking a break from the castle grounds and move ourselves to Diagon Alley. For the same price as the Hogwarts Castle the Great Hall set, you get the complete Diagon Alley set. Now, on the contrary of the Great Hall set, this is one of a smaller scale. This is the second build on this list with a lot of architecture influences in it. So, it is detailed for its size, and, different than with the other set, you do get microfigures included. Now, microfigures, for those who don't know, are just like the size of one plug on a LEGO brick. One of the downsides with this set is that while it looks beautiful on a shelf, it doesn't have many play features in it. That is also not the purpose of this set. It's more of a display set. You can move the street outwards to get a more open view of the set and inwards for the street view mode. If you're in the business for an architecture style recreation of the Diagon Alley, this is your set. If you want one on a larger scale but with less buildings obviously, and for a steeper price, you're gonna have to wait till further on this list. Making our biggest price jump of the video, we go to 260 euros for the Burrow Collector's Edition. This set is the first of 3 collector's editions on this list and contains the iconic The Burrow from the Harry Potter movies. I think we can all agree the set looks awesome from the outside. What is cool though is that you can take it apart and see the inside of each room. Although I do wonder how they get up to those rooms. The set has one cool play feature where you can rotate a part and then the broom goes moving, just like in the movies. The set contains the minifigures you would expect, but I want to point out these awesome small Ron, Hermione and Harry Potter minifigures. It's a huge upgrade also from the previous and cheaper Attack on the Burrow set, but it's almost no comparison since that was more of a facade than a true build. Now on to the next collector's edition set. Now we're crossing the 300 euro line with the Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition. This is a collection of all sorts of accessories ranging from all the movies from the Harry Potter series. The centerpiece is of course Hedwig, which is beautifully designed and takes up a lot of the building time. Further, what can both be a strength and a weakness of this set is that you have a lot of smaller builds. A downside of this set is what you see laying at the bottom. It's the scarf that has been criticized greatly in the sets, certainly for a set of 300 euros, but you can choose to build the scarf in all the colors of the houses that you want. Also look at the chocolate frog, it has such a genius design. A bit of a warning, the glosses are really not to be worn. They break off easily. Further, the set contains 3 minifigures and all 3 are the gold standard for minifigures. Haha, get it? They contain a lot of detail and were made for the 20th anniversary of the LEGO Harry Potter line. Overall, if you want a set that is not a building or a ship and want to spend a lot on an 80 plus line for LEGO Harry Potter, this is your only but very good option. Now, onto the top 3. Now we make the biggest price jump of the video and move on to the 430 euro Gringotts Wizarding Bank Collector's Edition. Now this is the final collector's edition on this list, and just like the previously covered Great Hall set, this is also part of the bigger picture. They are supposedly trying to create a Diagon Alley on minifigure scale. And of course they cannot miss the Gringotts Wizarding Bank. There are so many details in the set I just cannot cover it in 1 minute. It would need a full-length video on its own. For that 430 euro you get a display set that measures about 70 centimeters in height without the dragon on top, and a working minecart. The cooler is that it can be connected to the other Diagon Alley sets to form the minifigure scale Diagon Alley. What is superb about this set is also the minifigure selection. It contains minifigures from scenes across multiple movies, like the first movie with Harry Potter and Hagrid that get him some money, but also the scene in Deathly Hallows where a polyjuiced Hermione and Death Eaters can be found. Further, I have to highlight the dragon. It looks awesome. It has a span width of almost 40 centimeters, so you can only imagine how big the set is with the dragon on top. Overall it seems like the building experience is also very varied and fun. So, it is a very expensive app, but it seems to be one that is very much worth it if you have the funds. Now we stay in the Diagon Alley for one more set. The second most expensive set currently available for the LEGO Harry Potter line is Diagon Alley for 450 euros. Now, as I mentioned before, the set is the centerpiece in the creation of the minifigure scale Diagon Alley for the LEGO Harry Potter line. But it also is kind of 4 sets in one. At time of the release in 2020, it was the 4th biggest LEGO set ever released with 5,544 pieces. You have 4 different instruction manuals for the 4 different building groups. The first set you built is Flourish and Blood's bookshop with Florian Fortescue's ice cream parlor. I want to highlight the books in the bookshop here. The second shop is the Quality Quidditch Supply shop and the Daily Profit shop. This may be the weaker of the 4 building set, but the Quality Quidditch Supply shop still looks beautiful. Look at these windows. The third manual is building the iconic Ollivanders and Scribblus. Ollivanders may be the highlight of this set for me. It looks beautiful from the outside and from the inside. And the final building is Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes. Of course, how could they make a Diagon set without including this iconic shop? From the outside it looks awesome. The inside is also nicely done with a lot of detail. The buildings in the set are awesome, but the minifigures are nothing to write home about. A lot of them are shorter minifigures with unmovable legs. If I personally compare the minifigure size Diagon set with the microfigure size Diagon set from earlier in this list, this seems like a more fun deal. It seems more easy to play with and also seems like we get a pretty good brick to dollar ratio. The combination with future sets, like already happened with the Gringotts Bank, is only the icing on top for this great set. Now we move on to the most expensive LEGO Harry Potter set currently available. And now, for 470 euros, or the price of a new Nintendo Switch 2, the most expensive LEGO Harry Potter set is Hogwarts Castle. This microfigure scale reproduction of the Hogwarts Castle from the movies is the most complete Hogwarts Castle you can buy. At the time of release in 2018, this was the second biggest LEGO set ever released with 6,020 pieces, hence the steep price tag. Just like with all the huge sets, it's difficult to cram all the details of the set into 1 minute. It includes all the main parts of the castle that you would expect, like the Great Hall, the Big Tower, even a replica of the dragon from the Triwizard Tournament. The set does contain 4 Megumi figures that are the 4 founders of Hogwarts. These are exclusive to this set. It being microfigure scale, it contains a lot of these trophy figures that are scattered around the buildings. The building process apparently is pretty repetitive, but you get one of the best display sets LEGO has to offer. Please let me know what you think the best value LEGO set on this list was, and if you enjoyed, leave a like. Thank you.